The other day I bumped into a friend. We haven't met for like over a decade, and we were like good buddies back in college. And we were both nerdy, very nerdy, and we were like video game players, and we were really both into musical instruments, and we listened to rock and roll and heavy metal. So we sort of like good buddies back in the days, because we share many things are similar. And also we share the same dorm. Actually, we live in the same dorm, so we got a lot of times to hang out and so on. So since we graduated from this technical college, we haven't met each other for such a long time. And because we went on the different paths of life, right? We didn't converge, and so we haven't talked to each other. Usually, if you guys are good buddies, you should catch up and talk to each other, right? But maybe because we went on to different schools and our lives are vastly different, so we weren't very active in getting contact. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that this guy is like representing the old me, the time when I was just a young guy and didn't think about the future, and we're always thinking about having fun, and just want to play, and didn't have the motivation or like vision toward my future. So that's where I was when I was much younger. So I met him. I was like, hey, so good to see you, right? Sometimes one of the best way for you to learn how much you've changed is time when you met up with an old friend, and you guys, and he or she is like a mirror. When you converse with this person, then you realize you're so much different. It gives you perspective on what you have changed, right? So anyway, this friend, he's, as I mentioned, he's a nerd. He's really good at what he does. He's professional in the IT, especially the server maintenance perspective. So, but however, he's out of job for like 3 to 4 years. Well, he has a variety of reasons, right? But he's out of job for over 3 to 4 years. And given that I'm working in a big company now, and I do have certain influence and power, so I offer him like, hey, I can pass your resume if you're still looking for a job, and I'm really familiar with the IT director and the manager, infrastructure managers here in my company. I can help you with ease, so you can get introduced, and maybe there's a chance if you're still looking for a job, because he told me that he's still trying to land a job after all these years. And what amazed me is that usually when people offer you an opportunity, and you should be open to say, hey, this is great, and maybe I'll just see if I go onto your company's website, I'm going to check if there's open or listing that's suitable for me, right? So usually people will like, okay, let's see. People will be open to like opportunities, but he went on for like 20 minutes to talk about his concerns and his inability to work with people or to work with end users, consumers, because he had this terrible working experience before, and he went on to say a lot of things that he could not do because he was like a maintenance guy. He got to know older servers, and maybe he couldn't keep up with the latest development, the new server versions, or even AI and so on. So he kept on talking about how he couldn't do it, but he said he's willing to try, but he has a lot of concerns over here and there and so on. And he also mentioned that he's afraid maybe if I introduce him but he didn't get picked, maybe there will be some embarrassment or some concerns between other department and me, because somehow I have some influence over them, right? But I was just like saying, hey dude, I'm just trying to be helpful, so I'm not forcing you or forcing the company to hire you. I'm just saying, hey, this could be a channel. I'm not sure if you guys would click, but if you're willing and you're also looking for a job, maybe I can give you a boost. I can give you a try, give you some help. And I was just like, okay, why not? So, but if you insist, I wouldn't force you to do anything. I'm just offering a help, right? So actually, as I was standing there, I wasn't actually listening to all the technical gritty details that he's mentioning. I'm just thinking about how time has changed both of us, right? And I remember that when I was much younger, maybe I was pretty much like him, very conservative, very let's say negative and cynical, and even sometimes antisocial. I would just come up and think about all the limitations, all the reasons I couldn't do it, and I'm just giving myself an excuse for not trying, right? I was thinking, hey, that was old me. I was just conversing with me like 20 or 25 years ago. That was me. So it was like quite a revelation. It was like 20 years after, we both went on different ways. We're so different now. I'm not saying that I am somewhat superior. No, that's not what I mean. But I'm just saying that he becomes like a mirror, because through him I get to know all the differences and all the experience that I've grown since we departed each other, and we totally become two different animals, two different human beings. And he hasn't gotten married, he doesn't have a girlfriend, and he's not planning to get married, and he probably will stay jobless, continue to be that way, and when I was picking up my car, and he saw that I'm driving a Tesla, he said, hey, this is his dream, but he wouldn't be able to afford such a car because reason A, B, C, D, E, blah, blah, blah. But I was just like, okay, I got it. I'm not trying to show off, but I'm just trying that everything I desire and everything I wanted to have, a better life, a better car, the car I adore and love, and I obtained these things through effort, through trying, through all the struggles, through all these self-questioning and self-growth, right? And this is the path that I evolved from a struggling musician to a successful works person, we could say business person, or even employee. Yeah, I know being employed maybe is not most people's dream job, but I worked for it. I stay consistent. I learn from everything I tried to learn, everything I could learn from. And I had some mentors, or my wife changed me a lot in my mindset and in my view through life and society and so on. So that's the key difference. And I was kind of like, okay, so many years passed, and you are staying the same way, right? And he has all these negative thoughts about his inability to do things. Well, that's kind of like I thought that was kind of a pity. If he had someone to shift him in a certain way, maybe just tweak a little bit angle and change the way and the thoughts here, talking to himself, all the negative and complaining thoughts to himself. If he has a voice or someone who can help him to say like, hey, you're gonna motivate yourself, you're gonna think about more positive things, and you can be realistic at the same time, but you could embrace the mindset of growth, right? The growth mindset, and his life would have been totally different within those 20 years. I remember there's someone saying that the quality of your life is the quality of your thoughts, and that totally rang true. Yeah, the quality of your life is the quality of your thoughts. Yeah. And sometimes the quality of your life is the lack of thoughts sometimes. But well, maybe that's another topic for another video. But so I think one of the best way, next time you bump into an old friend, maybe a good buddy, or you a good girlfriend anyway, just try to reflect on how you're different right now as a person, and how life has carved the marks in your life, and that's very good opportunity for self introspection and give you some perspective.